So this video is going to be about how much it costs, how long it takes. So let me just show you something. So we're talking about Amazon FBA, right? And when I say FBA, it's just one model. There's FBA and FBM, which I guess I have to explain now. There's a few things we're going to talk about in terms of how much it costs. So there's some equipment stuff like the scale here. So if we show the scale, like you need a scale, you need some label papers, you need some printers, you need some, boxes like this. So we're talking about your basic supplies, but let's go to the whiteboard and I'll kind of explain exactly what you need. Now, how much it costs to start this business of doing Amazon, okay? This is when you have your own business and your own company, but you're just using Amazon to grow your business and grow your sales. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this. I've been to Amazon Accelerate. If you zoom in on this, you can see Ali Kadami, Vela K Product. I've been to the ASD Market Week trade show in Las Vegas. I've toured the Amazon facilities. I know about the Amazon AWS. Like we've gone to all these trade shows and we see other people selling on Amazon and how long it takes them to make it a success, how much it costs them to do this business. And of course, we do this full time. So I don't think anybody will know better than someone who's doing it literally full time. Unlike most people on YouTube who are just YouTubers that are just showing different things, how to do TikTok, how to do Facebook ads, how to do Amazon. What we do is all day, 15 hours a day, 16 hours a day, this business, okay? So how much does it cost? If you're following our methods, there are things you need to do before you actually get into buying products and selling products, okay? So those things can include starting your own company. So there's a cost to starting your own company. There's some documents you need, plus. Then it gets to the point of your equipment. So your equipment can be anything from a printer, it can be a scale, it can be labels, it can be boxes, all this stuff, okay? So on and so on. So all this, the combination of everything to start your business correctly, where you're no longer just an individual, but you're a company who's building your business using Amazon. Let me explain one thing to you first. FBA compared to FBM. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon. So this means you send all your products to Amazon and Amazon will store it. When a customer orders it, they will pick your product, they will put it in a box and they will ship it to the customer. If the customer returns it, Amazon handles it. Your payments, Amazon pays you. If a customer wants a refund, Amazon gives it to them. You don't ever talk to the customer, okay? Amazon takes care of everything. So you get your products, you send it to Amazon, you're done. You manage your business. That's FBA. FBM is fulfilled by, FBM is fulfilled by merchant. Merchant is you, okay? So this means you are the one fulfilling all the orders. So you buy the products. If a customer or when a customer orders your product, you pack it, you ship it to the customer. So if you're in Vancouver like me and a customer orders it from Quebec, Ontario, Alberta, you're shipping it physically to that customer in those provinces. You're paying for the shipping and everything. With FBA, because you're partnered with Amazon, there's so many benefits that I'm not gonna mention. I'll mention one thing. You get very cheap shipping. So these boxes here, these huge boxes, when I send these to Amazon with FBA, 22 kilograms, medium size, heavy duty, filled with products, I pay $15 for shipping to send it anywhere in Canada, okay? So my shipping with FBA is $15 for a huge box. And in that box, I could literally have $1,000 worth of profit. And that's how much it costs me. Now, FBM, if I just try to, which I have, I sold something on Facebook Market and I sent it to a customer who was in Langley. I'm in Vancouver, I'm in Coquitlam. So it was like a 30 minutes away. Cost me $25 to send one single book from Vancouver to Langley. Okay, 30-minute drive costs $25 to send one single item when I can ship an entire box filled with products for $15. Okay, so this is kind of some of the differences between FBA and FBM. With FBM, you ship the orders. If a customer wants a refund, you have to give it to them. Imagine the hassle of you having to refund people. Money comes into your account. Somebody says, I don't like this, I want a refund. You have to take the money out, you have to send it to them. What a nightmare. But some products require you to do FBM. So if you're selling some hazardous products, or it's something that Amazon maybe will require you to do FBM. I've never had to do it, so don't ask me. I've never had to do it, but you can talk to Amazon if you ever want to do it. The profit margin is about the same. Don't think you can make more money with this. It's about the same. So that's why I chose this. Now let's get back to how much it costs. So this whole process, including opening business bank accounts and everything, is $1,000 Canadian. Probably even less than $1,000, to be honest with you. But let's just call it $1,000 Canadian. Okay. So if you're in the US, I think for you this is at if we're calculating 40% currency difference, I think in USD it's about $600 if you're in the US. Okay, so USD. Canadian, $1,000, USD, $600, and your whole business is ready. So you have your company, you have your website, you have your socials, you have all your equipment, your boxes, labels, scales, printers, everything. Okay, that's how much it costs. How much do you need for products? If somebody tells you you need 10,000, 20,000, I would just ignore their number, delete their text, and probably never answer their call again, because they don't want what's best for you, okay? What you need for this business is about $3,000 budget. I'm not asking you to spend $3,000. It's a budget you need. When I started this, let's not get into it. I started minus $25,000. I was in debt, okay, when I started this business. So let's not get into that, all right? You're neutral. You put $3,000 budget aside. Maybe you find one brand, you buy $500. Maybe you find another brand, different brand or supplier, you spend another, $400 with them, given there's no MOQ. So MOQ is minimum order quantity. So some suppliers and some brands will say you have to spend at least $1,000 if you want to work with us. So if they don't have that, then you partially spend this, then you send this to Amazon, and you wait for the sales to come in. You see how that works, you see your profit come in, and then you keep reinvesting and reinvesting. And once you get more comfortable, you keep reinvesting more and more, because this is a long-term game, okay? This is a 12-month game. This is gonna be 12 months, which then brings us to how long it takes. Now, I have students with our Villa K training program. You see, we're a brand, right? We're not just a trainer in Dubai. I'm not living in Bali and trying to say, I teach people how to do this. We're in Vancouver, we're in Canada, we're a reputable company, and I cannot not do good for someone because my office is here. People know my address. They can come here and who knows what could happen, right? They can come complain outside the door and there could be a rally. I don't know what can happen. So I have to be very careful with who I bring into the program. It has to be somebody, if you're trying to join, you have to be qualified. I cannot just bring you in and not make you a success. So if you join us, I have an obligation to get you to a certain degree in this business that you're comfortable continuing on your own. So now, it's a 12-month game. Can people start to make money faster? Yes. How much? Don't know. It depends on you. It depends how much money you put in. If you tell me, Ali, I have a $3,000 budget and I want to make $1 million in the first year. If you have that kind of mentality, please don't contact us, okay? That's crazy. If I could make $3,000, if I could make $1 million with $3,000, why am I doing all this and working 15 hours a day? I would just put my money, put $3,000 in, take $1 million out, and then that's it. I'm set, right? So be realistic. The money you put in, your sales will be about 2x to, let's say, 3x what you put in. So if you put in $3,000, you maybe will sell your products at $6,000 to, let's say, $7,000. Okay? And then if your profit margin can be between 10% to 30% and more based on my own experience. This is all my experience, okay? I've had things where it was way more than 30% profit. So that's kind of what you can expect, right? Now, how long does it take? This is a super cool thing. So let me show you something. I don't know if I can, I have some space here. I will try to draw it for you here. How much does Amazon really make you? Okay, so we have 4 quarters in the year. So we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So this is January, March, and no, sorry, January, February, and March. And then you have April, you have May, you have June, then you have July, August, September, October, November, December. So here's the crazy thing with Amazon. And again, everything here is based on my experience, okay? If you get into this, I'm not guaranteeing you will get the same results because, like I said, I work a lot, okay? And people who really make this a success, some of them work a lot, some of them don't. It's really like a personal thing. But I'm showing you what's possible, okay? So there's 4 quarters in the year. Now, if you're making 10%, just 10%, which is on a lower end profit margin, but your products are taking on average 3 months to sell, it means you send in your inventory sells in Q1, it makes you 10%. You buy another round of inventory, you send it in, it sells in April, May, June, it sells out, it makes you another 10%. You buy again, you send it again, you make another 10% and another 10%. By the end of the year, how much have you made? 40%, okay? 40%. So when I say here 10%, don't get discouraged and think 10% is nothing. Try looking for any other investment or any other company that can make you that kind of money. 10% is not for the whole year. 10% is when you buy your products, you send it, and that inventory sells. Okay? That's how much you make. Now, what if you make 20% every 3 months? 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. 2, 4, 6, 8. 80% profit margin. What if you make 30%? I'm just showing you what's possible. I don't want YouTube to take this down because I'm, like, this is not money advice. I'm just showing you what's possible from somebody who's been doing this business for 4 years. Okay, YouTube, take it easy. Now, 30%, 30%, 30%, 30%, 120%. So if I put my own money in, okay, and let's say I'm getting just very low number. Let's say $10,000, I have $10,000 to play with. I put this $10,000 in really good inventory. I found some really good brands and really good suppliers. All I'm putting in this business is $10,000, okay? My $10,000 turns into $20,000 of sales because I'm buying it for 10 grand, but I'm selling it for double because I want to make money, right? So I'm getting $20,000 sales every 3 months, every quarter. And my profit is 30%. So that's $6,000, right? 6K, 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 and 6K. So that's $24,000. So I put in this business $10,000 for 1 whole year, so 12 months. and I found some really great products, so amazing products, and I'm able to turn this over every 3 months. So my inventory sells every 3 months, and I'm making 30% profit. That means where should I put this? That means my $10,000 investment came back to me in full plus $24,000 of profit. So I put my 10 grand back in my pocket. Here's me, Ali. Here is my head. And here's my big pocket with my 10 grand. Okay. Now I have 24K to play with. Then I just put this into the business and I follow the same strategy. So how much does it cost? How long does it take? Here's how it works. This is all based on my own experience, right? If you go into this, I'm not saying you will get the same results. I'm just saying this is what this Amazon game can do. And personally, before I started this, I looked into buying a business in Vancouver, coffee shops, laundromats, hair salons, makeup studios, nail salons. What else did I look? I looked into everything, and I had to spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy a broke business that was breaking even or losing money, and they call it a turnkey investment. So I had to spend like $50,000-$60,000 buying a business and turnkey that business. And I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want to also start a new business. I looked into starting a mobile car wash, a power washing company, like going to people's houses in West Vancouver and power washing them and charging them hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars. But I was like, I'm 30, I'm 30 years old. I'm not a young kid anymore. So how long can I do this for? Can I do this can I still do it by the time I'm 50, I'm 60? Maybe not. I'm putting my body on the line. With this business, I'm putting my money on the line. So even if I lose my money, I have my health. I can gain it back. So this is the model I chose to do. If you guys enjoyed this video, if everything makes sense, I know it's a little bit messy, but I'm just putting what's in my head on this whiteboard. Everything is my own experience, and the people we work with, the results they're getting, I'm not disclosing any money results. The results they're getting is they're getting great brand deals, they're getting great suppliers, and these brands or suppliers want to work with our clients because we build real businesses. We're not Amazon sellers, we're distributors. We're just using Amazon as a vehicle. So if I can draw a vehicle, let me see, let me try this. So wheel, 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 and two exhausts, right? So I like, fast cars, so you got to have multiple exhausts. Amazon is the vehicle to get you to your goal, all right? We're not Amazon sellers. We're using Amazon as our vehicle. We're going to sit in here. We're going to drive this vehicle to our goal. Once you hit your goal, however much that is, whether you want to make 10 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, $1 million a month, doesn't matter. Hit your goal. Once you hit your goal, then decide what you want to do after. You want to stay in this business. You want to use that money to buy some real estate, to open some other businesses. It's up to you. So this is what it is. Thank you for watching. If you want to book a call with me and learn a little bit more about what we do, click on the link and I'll talk to you soon.